This video is going to take you through the new ACNM member portal. In particular, we're going to take a look at creating a new account, joining, updating our profile, see how our profile then appears in a membership directory, and in addition to that, we'll go ahead and then log out, log in as an existing member, and go through a renewal process. Let's get started. Here we are on the acnm.org site. At this point, I've seen enough information. I'm ready to go ahead and join. I'm going to go to the Join page and take a look at the membership categories that are available. At this time, I see that the active member is what I'm looking for. I'm going to click Join Online. Once I select Join Online, I'm going to need to go ahead and create a new account. If I was already in the database or wanted to attempt to log in, I could enter my email and password, click Login. If I didn't exist, it would say, hey, your account doesn't exist. Go ahead and create a new account. Or if you need to use the Forgot Password option, you can do that as well. Let's click Create a New Account. Once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and enter my information. I'm going to be Dennis Walsh today. As we log in, put in my first name, my last name, my email address, one item to note here is as I enter this information, if ACNM has, for example, Nottingham University in the database and my email address matches that website address on that organization, I could link to that organization, or in this case, that university. I'm going to put in my preferred password, confirm the password, and click Sign Up. Once I do that, as I expected, because in this case ACNM does have University of Nottingham in the database, I have an opportunity to link to that organization or university. In this case, I'm not going to. We're going to skip past that step, but if I did link to it, I could have linked my address as well. We'll select Skip, put in our address information, after we enter in our address information, we'll click Continue. The address will get auto-validated or verified. So I can see, yes, this is the correct address. It's giving me the full 9-digit zip. Everything looks formatted correctly. I'd like to use that new validated address, so I'll click Continue. That will actually help out when we get to a directory because we can search by radius search, and a validated or verified address will have geodata associated with it for mileage search, and we'll see that. Let's go ahead and let's enter in our phone number. I'm going to make sure I want to show this in the directory. Select Continue. It's not going to show in the directory just yet because I haven't joined yet. I'm in that process of joining where I am, in fact, creating an account at the same time. Let's select our membership category. As I said, I want to become an active member. I can go ahead and select other options for serving in the military, Indian reservation, where I'm working at, was I referred by somebody, date of birth, so on and so forth. ACNM has the full flexibility to determine what questions they want to ask here. Additionally, you can determine as the person going through that join process if you'd like to make one-time annual payments or installments. We're going to do the one-time annual payment. I've got some additional specialties here. And one other item that I'm going to note up here, I have a primary affiliate will come up automatically based on my address I selected a moment ago, which happened to be Virginia. Well, I'm also interested in being part of Maryland, so we're going to add that in there. Let's go ahead and select Next. Once we do that, that's going to go ahead and take us into really the option to see the actual cost or fees for the membership. In addition to the cost and fees for the main primary active membership, note that it's included both Maryland and Virginia state affiliates automatically based on my selections and or that address that I initially entered, which is why Virginia state showed up automatically. I'm also interested in making a PAC donation, so I'll go ahead and select that. Note that I could certainly add the Green Journal if I'd like. If I wanted to make an unrestricted donation contribution to the foundation, I could do that as well. We're going to add $100 in for our PAC donation. We'll select Review and Checkout, and this will take us into the actual cart where we're going to be able to see all of those details. And there's my active membership, my 2 state affiliates, and my donation to the PAC. So Let's go ahead and click Checkout. Once I select Checkout, we're now going to have the opportunity in the checkout screen to go ahead and see our order summary, really, the billing address information. If I needed to make changes, I certainly could. Let's go ahead and enter our payment details here. I'll go ahead and again enter in my name, Dennis Walsh here. Put in my Visa card, CVV number, future expire date, zip code. And another option that's great in the new portal that you have here with ACNM is the ability to save that credit card. And if I do in fact determine I want to save that credit card, then you can also elect to auto pay for the upcoming year. So I selected an annual payment. I'm going to be auto paying. That means going forward, I won't, as the member, have to take any action. ACNM will be able to process auto payments for me, and my membership will continue without any gap in membership activity. I can also receive a confirmation email. I'm going to uncheck that here, and then submit my order. Note, I could also copy somebody else when I submit this order if I wanted to let a colleague know that I had joined, or some other friend or a family member I wanted to give a quick note to. I could have copied that individual as well. So now that we've joined, what we'll do is let's go ahead and let's go look at our profile, right? Because after joining and going through this process, we want to make sure, hey, we're now considered a member. And as such, with my membership profile, I want to make sure that I'm actually able to go ahead and have my image uploaded, make sure my contact information is right, make sure I am in fact showing in the directory. So that's where we're going to go next. So let's go ahead from here and go up to my name in the top right. Note that I can see my transaction was successful. There's my invoice number, my subtotal, total payments and balance. It was paid in full. I'm going to go ahead and select my profile. Underneath my profile, I can now see, hey, there I am, active member. I'm good through 5/31/2018 for both my active and Maryland and Virginia state affiliates. Over here to the left, I can see I've got my image I can upload. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and browse and select our image. There we are, is Dennis Walsh. Put in our name. Yes, we'll save that and let's upload our image. Looks good, so I've now got my image, I've got my address information, everything here looks good. Quick member since information. At this point as well from this screen, I can also go ahead and again make further updates to my account. Maybe I want to come in, add some brief information about my gender, what my preferred communication method is. What am I showing in the directory? Fantastic, I've got that selected. Let's go ahead and also look at the Purchases tab. Let's say, much like I didn't send a confirmation email to myself and I wanted to come back later and get that confirmation email. I could go to my profile, log in just like I am here, Purchases, Recent Orders, go view that particular order. And when I get to the order profile, I now have that ability down at the bottom to go ahead and say, hey, you know what, I'd like to print this out. Or, since I didn't send a confirmation email before, or I have lost that confirmation email, I can resend that confirmation email. If I click print, you see you get a great view of this order right here on the actual screen. Depending on the browser you're in, we'll determine how that opens up. This automatically opens up to print out directly for me with a great view of that invoice that I might need to submit for any type of reimbursement. So let's go ahead and cancel that, and let's close this window. And take a look at one last item while we're still logged in, is Dennis here. In this case, I've verified my record looks good. I am in fact a member. I'd like to go see if I'm showing up in that directory, maybe find other people that are around me as well. One thing that was needed to even get to the directory was becoming a member, and so now that I have that access, let's go take a look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and simply go to the member directory. That link will be in the navigation for you. Once you get over to the member directory, you're going to be able to go ahead and see the different search options. So this happens to be the one very specific and focused just on the primary membership directory. You can search by first name, last name, city, state, zip code, or address. You can also go ahead and use an advanced view if you'd like to say, hey, I'd like to search for a city that's exactly versus contains, or same thing with the last name. And you have a number of different pieces of logic here. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick search just on our zip code. And I'd like to find anybody really within a 2-mile radius of this zip code. And let's see what our result set looks like. Great, here are 7 individuals that are in this area right now. Again, this is just a sample of some records that could be here. And note, we've got it defined, or ACNM has it defined as, sorted by the distance. So the closest individuals to that zip code, or within that zip code, or the center of it, are going to appear first. And then it's going to move into those that are a little bit further away, and so on. Of course, that can be defined in any way that ACNM would like to, and in this case, again, we're looking at distance and last name if that distance happens to be equal, since they're at the same location. Great. The other piece to notice here that was, I think, very important is there's Dennis Walsh. Now in the member directory, we've got contact information, email address, phone, and that actual distance that we were talking about because of that validated address. So really easy to go and find other members of ACNM if you've got the right access, i.e. you're a member as well. All right, great. That was how you could go through a process of creating a new account, becoming a member, and actually going ahead and looking at the member directory. Let me go ahead and log out. And let's take one last look at one other item and look at the renewal process, because many of you will already be in the database and you just want to go through that renewal process. In this case, we're going to log in as Tracy Abraham. And we're just going to simply enter our email, our password, and click Login. One item that might have come your way as well to get to this point was simply a link from ACNM that even could auto-log you in, that would carry what we call an SSO token, or a single sign-on token. You click the link, it's valid for 1 click or a certain period of time, and that auto-logs you into the site, taking you to your overview profile. Here you can see I'm now logged in as Tracy. We're on our overview profile, and I see that I have an active membership and an Illinois State affiliate membership that are set to expire on August 31. Perhaps I just received that email from ACNM. At this point, I can see I've also been a member since 1980. I'm showing in the directory. I want to make sure I continue to show in that directory. I want to continue this membership. I'm going to go ahead and click Renew to the right here. If you noticed earlier, we didn't have a Renew button because that button becomes available in a certain period before your expire date is coming up. And as we joined as a new member as Dennis Walsh, well, we had just joined. We're not going to be presented with a Renew option. But here we are as Tracy going through the process. We've got our active membership category that we're going to continue in. The information here continues or was stored from my profile from the last year that I went through and did the renewal process. Perhaps in this case I want to have my specialties are completed. I'm interested in becoming a mentor at this time. So I'm going to add that information. Click Next. And you'll see this will be very similar now to the original join process. But in this case, there's my active membership, again, defaulted with the Illinois State affiliate. As well, we'll make a PAC contribution here. So we'll go ahead and contribute $250. Click Review and Check Out. And much like that new join process, there we are, active membership, state affiliate, PAC donation. Everything looks great. Let's go ahead and click Check Out and complete the process. Again, same step, order summary, billing information, what's the name on the card here. We'll go ahead and enter in Tracy this time, since that's who we are logged in as for our example. Put in, again, our information for our fake credit card here. Make our payment. Again, if we'd like to store, or we don't have to, right? We stored it on the first time, but this time I can do it as well if I'd like to, or not. Send the confirmation email, and submit the order. This process will complete. It'll extend out our membership, and we're now good through, in this case, 2018, all the way through August of 2018 as Tracy Abraham, renewing once again for the membership. Thank you for taking this 15 minutes to review the join process, including creating a brand new account from the beginning, seeing my profile and making those updates there, as well as going through the directory views and search options, as well as the renewal process here as Tracy Abraham, like we just saw and completed, who now has 0 balance and is all good for the next year. Have a great day.